Listening Comprehension Task 7, um, made by me, Marcelin Spanicolas Polo from class 33 1B07 with the name of 33220073. As usual, we have three parts. For the first part, I have to fulfill the text. For the second part, I have to um, answer and retell. And as for the third part, I have to retell. So let's start the first part. So now we are in the first part, fulfilling the text. So we were talking about climate, Amy. Um, is there any sort of climates that you'd like to live in? I would like to live in Iceland or Scandinavia. Interesting. Well, why do you like to live in that sort of climate? The snow is just so beautiful, and my image of those countries is that the infrastructure is sufficient enough to keep you warm when you're inside, you know. But I'd say it's just so beautiful. The snow is amazing. It quietens in everything. I think it's glorious. I just really like it. I used to ski when I was younger, so I always liked skiing and I like the hills. And yeah, the snow on hills is just beautiful for me. How about you? You? Uh, well, I love snow too, but I don't like when it gets so slushy and sloppy, and your feet are freezing. I think like the idea of snow is really appealing. I'm not sure about, living in it. I prefer, I don't know, maybe the climate of like southern Italy, kind of Mediterranean climate. I think that would be really quite pleasant, not too hot by the sea. Although, yeah, in the summer it does get hot, but I don't think it's the humidity. Right, I was just thinking about that. What kind of heat is it? Is it a dry heat? I think it is a drier heat. Yeah, yeah. Whereas the heat we obviously we get here is unbearable at times, right? You? Yeah, it's really bad. Yeah. So, what is the highest temperature? What is the range of temperatures in southern Italy? What kind of climate, do you know? I'm not sure. I guess maybe at this time of year it starts getting up towards 20 degrees Celsius. That's nice. And then I think it does, place like Sicily. I think it does get pretty hot, probably like high 30s. Yeah, yeah. So and I think the winters are probably quite mild, unless you're from the north of Italy, of course, um, near the mountains. Yeah, down in the south remains kind of pretty mild, Aha. If it's in the Med, it's my image of that. I've never been to Italy, so I don't know. I've been to the south of France and it got really hot. That was the that was a nice temperature. It was dry and yeah, the nighttime wasn't too hot either. It was really nice during the day. That was a nice climate, I think. So that was the part one. Now we're in the part two, answering and retell. Question number one. Why did the elementary school bus pull into a gas station? Because the driver had to go to the bathroom. Question number two. What is the reason of the driver bus to left the student on the bus? Because it was cold outside and he didn't want the student to get cold. Number 3. Who saved the students and how he did it? The answer is Jake. He pressed hard on the brake pedal. Number 4. Why did the student begin yelling and screaming on the bus? Because the bus slowly stopped rolling away from the gas station. Also because the bus had picked up speed. 5. Retell the story using my own words. I'm going to answer it in the next slide. So this is the answer for that question number 5, retell. So this audio tells us about a school bus driver that doesn't paying attention to detail, as he left his bus with the engine on and no handbrake as he went to the bathroom. Until one moment the bus rolling away from the place where it stopped and making the student inside it start to panic and yelling and screaming, everyone except Jake. He bravely ran forward to go to the driver's seat and grabbed the steering wheel, and he pressed hard on the brake pedal and managed to make the bus stop. And as the police arrived, they congratulate him for his heroic action. So that's all for the part 2. So this is the part 3, retell. So the story tells us about a story of a fox. Oh, and by the way, the title of the story is The Fox and the Crow. So yeah, this third story tells us about a story of a fox that loved to eat cheese other than chicken. One fine morning, he had a wonderfully rich and creamy slice of cheddar given by the crow, and he loves to take the cheese that had fallen from the crow's beak as a breakfast. So that's all for today's task. Thank you.